Hey, everybody. This is JD, and I'm just doing a little live update on the election results for the 2024 El Salvadorian election. Now, the election was held just this past week on the 4th of February. And of course, not only in this country, but wherever El Salvadorians are throughout the world, they cast their vote. And in this country, the vote was like 80, in the upper 80% for President Bukele. Now, there were some other people he was running against, but it was pretty much a landslide victory for him. And then from abroad, he received about 98% of that vote. So he is a very popular and well-supported president here in El Salvador. And also the business sector, which is, just all the different types of businesses and stuff that are like in a whole, I don't know, corporation or whatever, they all get together, association maybe. They're offering their heartfelt and sincere congratulations to President Bukele, also the coffee growers, which evidently there's some stuff going on with coffee as far as some new laws and stuff that they're looking to pass. And they've also offered their support for his victory and all. Now, during the election, we have buses here in El Salvador, and they're everywhere. They go all over the country, and they're like old school buses from the United States and different buses from, I guess, other places, and they convert them and they use them here for public transportation. Now, also, like in San Salvador and Santa Tecla, you've heard me complain about the traffic and how congested it is with cars and buses and stuff. Well, a lot of people do take the buses. A ton of people take the buses and everything. And on election day, they didn't have to pay anything to ride the bus. It was all free. And to encourage, people to get out, to go vote, and to safely go vote. And I can't remember if I said it or not, but this was one of the safest and best elections, is what they're saying, in El Salvador's history. And, 5 or 10 years ago, it was a different world down here. And going out to vote, I'm sure, was a scary proposition for, the people that are eligible to vote. And like now, when I go out at night and do like shots downtown or in different cities or whatever, and it'll be at night, I'm not too worried about anything. And that's because of when Bukele took office roughly, 5 years ago or so, he implemented quite a few changes to this country to help it become safer. And honestly, if he had not been elected president and say the past administration had continued, when I started looking for a place to go to start this journey for JD's Off Course channel, I might have picked a different country, honestly, and because there was 2 or 3 other contenders that I looked at, but this one, El Salvador, seemed to have an idea of where they wanted to go. They seemed like they were implementing it. They were taking out an element of the bad part of the equation, and that made it safer for people. That increased tourism. It just benefited the whole country tremendously. And there's still issues going on with that. I'm definitely not going to deny that. There are probably some innocent people that are still waiting on their court date or waiting to talk to a lawyer or whatever. It's not 100% yet. And I don't know any country that is, but they are trying, and it is a safer place, no doubt about it. And let's see, I'm trying to read if there's anything else. Oh, yeah. During the election, actually, I drove through Libertad, which is just down the road. And I drove by one of the polling places just to sort of see firsthand how it was. And there was no problems. People were coming in and going out. They go in, and I've been sort of following it on the news a little bit down here. So it seemed to go pretty smooth. And they're really giving high praise to the I guess to the committees that handled the elections and and kept track of the voting and stuff. And hopefully, back in the United States, I try not to get political or anything, but hopefully on the election that's coming up for the United States, they'll have a better control and ensure that the election is an honest one, and the votes count, like they should. But anyway, that's really it from down here in El Salvador. Smooth election. First time I've been to an election in another country, and no problems. So it's a big plus. Yeah, we got lots of stuff coming up. I've got events this weekend, next weekend. I mean, there is always something going on down here in El Salvador that I can get out and video and stuff. And I will definitely be taking a vacation, I think, sometime soon again. All right. So until next time, it's hasta luego, and I'll see you later.